Look, music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Scriptures coming out and they all slide to it. Ever seen the sun in the nighttime? Music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Bullets start hitting and they all die to it. Meddle in your sins and you might die. Yeah, look. When I put on my fringes, I lost all my friends. Not trying to be different, just trying to make a difference. They hopped in the Benz while I did my father's business. I'm keeping the distance, but I'm still going the distance. I'm all in the scriptures, then they still popping prescriptions. Nah. They call it a Saturday, I call it a Sabbath day. They call it a holiday, I call it a holy day.
We started off on a different note.
Y'all needed that. I'm Officer Ray Will.
I am ready to get rid of it. Nah, Officer Abraham.
Hey, Shalom, Officer Menahem.
Hey, Officer Ibnaya. Officer Pelaya.
Officer Yarkov.
Oh,
Hey, we're fervent about this word.
yeah, man.
Hey, the bishops, we have all the bishops in the Carolinas. How can you not be on fire?
Oh, what you mean?
Right. Fire coming out my bones right now.
Bishops, most of the deacons, all like that. Most of the captains.
Most of the captains. Oh, a lot of captains. Woo!
Right.
So,
Fire.
fire stuff. Hey, but we did
Who
have
could not but prophesy?
Right.
Hey, all of that whole, all of what we just talked about. I hope y'all learned something from it.
Yeah.
And guess what? Part 2 of Trouble in the Flesh is coming.
That's right.
Get it.
Yeah, man.
So
It's got a whole new meaning now.
Yeah.
Hey, that one need to go off of real life scenario.
Yeah, that could go, you know. So, but we did have something that we had planned for y'all. WGA, I thank y'all for actually tuning in as always. And please come to us here, IUIC Raleigh, and soon, the new YouTube channel, Armor of God Radio.
Right.
So, but today's title, Spirits Among Us, Halloween, Horror, and Hidden Forces.
Yeah, you gotta bring it back when we revamp
Officer
everything.
Kelly, you hired. I don't know who fired you, but you
I don't know who fired him either.
So say the title again.
Oh, yeah.
What's the title
fired him.
again?
Spirits Among Us.
Oh, he quit.
Halloween, Horror, and Hidden Forces. So that's what we got. Let's roll right into it. Hey, give me number 1.
Get it.
Give me number 1. You don't have to have the disclaimer up.
Yeah, we attacking your traditions.
I know I have the QR code, but let's just move that out the way just for a moment, because when we come back, then it'll be like that. So just put it up without the our, you know. Yeah, let's get it. So now, so Halloween is a holiday that a lot of people love.
What?
They love it.
Christians love it.
They love it, and we're gonna get into that in a second.
The decor is everywhere right now.
Yeah,
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Atheists love it. The whole world's united.
And
under
Benson on the
Halloween.
way here.
Wait.
And you know
wait. Y'all saw it on the way to Tabernacles. It was
Yeah.
a big
Yeah.
ghost hanging up.
Big,
That was
yeah.
months ago.
I don't like a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, they be hanging them on ropes on their neck.
They do.
Y'all notice there's like a lot of
They
little goons,
do.
like Benson. They hang the scarecrows and stuff on their necks.
yeah. But I
Notice
don't
that
think all of it is referring to us though. I don't think I believe some of it is. I do, but not all of them. Why is this? Matter of fact, and speaking of Halloween, a lot of people, this is one of their favorite holidays because they love the fact that fall is coming in. They like that.
Right.
That's because you guys practice the same thing that ancient Celts did.
See,
And guess what? Here's the funny part. The ancient Celts that did the Halloween, that did all of that stuff, those of y'all that live in North Carolina, your slave master, if you was in the Piedmont or the Middle Region or Coastal, your slave master was an ancient Celt. He came from over here on a boat and then showed you those traditions and mixed it with Christianity.
It was not a slave ship.
Yeah. So there we go. Play on. Let's see what fear is. So let's understand fear for a second. Come on.
Yeah.
There's a lot that's known about
Move me up the screen.
how fear is processed in the brain. We think of it as something that we
Hold
feel
up, pause.
inside our body.
Pause. Move, yeah, thank you. Move us off screen. Start it over. We're going to watch all 90 seconds. Play on.
There's a lot that's known about how fear is processed in the brain. We think of it as something that we feel inside our body, but it's actually being processed up there. First, you process sensory input, sights and sounds and so on that might make you fearful, but that has to go through the amygdala, which is like a switchboard. It's important for emotions.
Now,
for all
pause. Now, I want you to understand something, right? He's explaining the psychology of fear, and it's saying that there's a portion of your brain that gets turned on when no, did y'all hear the music that's playing?
Yeah, a little hard music.
We're going to get into that.
Yep.
Yeah, so the music, The show, again, the show title is Halloween, Horror, and Hidden Forces, right? The hidden forces think about the parts of your brain that's triggered when you have music that's played, things that's shown. They know that stuff. They understand the brain. They even have titles for it, like they call it the amygdala or something like that. I hope I said it right. Yeah. So anyways, so they do that. And they make sure that they tap into a certain part of your spirit when they play certain sounds, they have certain visuals. That's what he's going into, but he's explaining it in a sense of fear. Go ahead.
Kinds of emotions, not just fear. And what the amygdala is doing is connecting our higher sensory systems, higher processing systems with that lower brainstem emotional coordinator. And the amygdala lights up if you put people in an MRI scanner and you give them a fearful stimulus or a very emotional stimulus of any kind, the amygdala will light up. And so one of the characteristics of the amygdala is it's very trainable. It trains up over life. We learn.
Wait. Listen to that. Listen to that. He said the amygdala is very trainable. Yeah. Now, that's good for a lot of reasons. One, you shouldn't train your fear to be scared of spirits that God said you're supposed to be over. You're supposed to be conquered, right? Halloween have spirits that if you worship them, you now worship devils. So you are scared and worship underneath the rule of Satan, the devil. When really, that amygdala and the fear should be trained to fear God and say to hell with the devil. That's what it should be. Because you're worshiping these other things. That's what it is. I'm going deep with y'all for a second. So come on. Let's get it.
What to be afraid of. We learn what to like. One of the peculiarities of these emotional systems in the brain is that they're very small and they're very compact, and yet they process an enormous range of emotions. And that leads to this possibility of crosstalk between different emotions. In effect, a fearful stimulus, if it's a very strong stimulus.
Now, check it. He said that leads to a lot of crosstalk. You heard that, right? A lot of crosstalk between emotions. Right. If you play with that a bit too much and you entertain spirits behind that, you'll be schizo.
He said, intertwining crosstalk. So that's fear and pleasure. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's excited about going to a cornfield so somebody can jump out and scare you. Yeah. That's crosstalk between emotions. Fear should never be associated with pleasure.
Let me
you know what I mean? That's crazy.
Thrill seekers. Ooh. The white man.
Yep. Yeah, buddy.
We talking roller coasters. Now roller coasters, nothing. Well, in North Carolina, they be breaking down.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Chance of life for roller coasters.
Thrill seekers, like you see Esau. I was watching something. We was in the gym. And we was watching Esau going down the mountain. Go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah, on the thing on dirt bike, the mountain is this steep. Right. And he's just flying down the thing, no fear.
You talking about the skateboard?
No, on the dirt bike.
Dirt bike.
No, not a
it's a regular bike.
Yeah, a regular bike.
Mountain bike. But I mean, like,
at any point, if a tire, a mistake, he would have been crashing through trees and rolling down the thing for miles.
It wasn't straight. It wasn't a straight shot. It was this the whole time. Tree. It's like nothing but adrenaline. You're doing that not for exercise because there's no pedaling.
Right.
There's no pedaling. You're doing it because you want to be excited. You want to fear
the
death.
threat of death.
Yeah. Snowboarding. You want to be excited. You want to because didn't Sonny Bono die that way? He was skiing, whack himself on a doggone tree. Not saying you can't do it for recreation, but Esau's doing it because he want to mess with his amygdala. He want to play with that thing.
I have no idea who Sonny Bono is.
So, you're young.
I'm black.
Young person.
No,
now, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You under 30.
I'm black.
You under 30.
I'm sorry.
You know who he is?
I don't know who that is.
You're under 30.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know who that is.
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
He's the oldest man alive.
Everybody hush. Grown man time. I'll see our cop. Tell him who Sonny Bono is.
I'm going to play young right now.
No, don't play young.
You ain't playing young. You don't know who it is.
Blue side.
He married Cher. He's married. Y'all know who Cher is?
Right.
Y'all know who Cher is?
I know what the button is on YouTube.
I've heard the name.
I know what the button is on YouTube.
I've heard the name.
Cher.
Oh, snap.
He was a musician of some type.
Hey, but that's like goes into the scriptures where it says that thrill seeking you crossing pleasure with fear.
Yeah.
And it now in order to get pleasure, it has to be a little bit of fear involved there. That's why what the scripture saying in Proverbs, like stolen water is sweet. Mm-hmm. It's like it's a little better when there's a risk to it.
Right.
The hell is this?
Real quick,
it's heavy.
before because I know we want to dig in, I got something I'm flipping to myself. Let's finish the video, and I want number 2 ready also. I want to kind of, real quick before we hit it, because I saw a couple of us flipping. We got some ideas already. Come on.
could have spreading activation that leads to other kinds of emotional reactions. And that's one hypothesis as to why some people really enjoy scaring themselves. I'm Mike Graziano. I'm a professor of neuroscience and psychology at Princeton University.
Okay, now that was about fear, right?
He's a witch.
So, yeah, he's a witch. So, a warlock is what they call the mill witches. So, give me number 2 now. Now, this is about, let me see, hold on, let me look. Yeah, this one's about how, with scary movies, how it affects the brain. Give me that. Number 2. It should be an AI overview. I did. There we go. Okay. Pelaya.
Scary movies can affect the brain in a number of ways, including activating the fight or flight response.
Let's go to what Officer Ray Well was talking about. How it's almost like the fear of death. They want to feel that, but know yet that they have an escape.
Yeah.
Because if you feel like you can escape from it, then it's a thrill. It's dopamine.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The brain can't distinguish between the perceived and real threats.
So the amygdala is kind of confused between the two. It's like it's good to have names tied to that feeling. That you can be able to further explain a certain spirit when you have names to this stuff. Go ahead.
So it activates the sympathetic nervous system.
That the amygdala started. Go ahead.
Also known as the fight or flight response.
Go ahead.
This response can cause a racing heart,
right?
Muscle tension,
and
negative thoughts.
What else?
And a catastrophic thinking.
So it does all of that to you, right? Okay, go ahead.
Releasing chemicals.
Read.
The fight or flight response releases chemicals like adrenaline, endorphins, and dopamine.
And dopamine, there it is. Go ahead.
Endorphins are painkillers that can block pain and create a feel-good effect.
Right, so they Oh, I thought you had something. So go ahead. It creates a feel-good response. You know, the funny thing is endorphins is something else that release when you have sex.
Right.
That's something else that that's released from you when you have sex. So you have to think, when people have, I'm going on a deep level here for a second. When people celebrate Halloween, right, and they have the whole month to prepare for it, they have the scary movies, they watch, they have the kids in the costumes, the cosplay, right? They have all of this stuff that they do. They want that feeling, that rush, and people get excited for this time of year because the same rush that they get from sex, they get from worshiping a spirit.
Wow.
So those of y'all that worship these devils and not God, you want it because there's a rush, a blood-curdling thing that you feel when you worship the devil. You got the devil on and in you.
Yeah, so what you're saying is,
You got the devil on
for some people, idolatry is better than sex.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's why I said, and I said this to brothers before. I said, I know summertime is like obviously wicked. There's naked girls and all of that stuff, right? But I always had the assumption since I came into the truth and understand what spirits were. I think this time of year is one of the most wicked because it's obviously wicked. You're clearly
worshiping the devil.
Clearly worshiping the devil.
As hard as you can.
As hard as you can. And you can there's seasoned brothers. We dealt with this before.
Yeah.
There's seasoned brothers and sisters who, even though they know the truth, understand Bible precepts, they say, oh, I want to be with my family on October 31st. December 25th. Or that week.
Northern Kingdom.
The
day after.
The skulls and all that other.
Never go for retard.
Pictures of your mama and your auntie that died.
Yeah.
You got the shrine up in the living room.
I saw what's those mats that be in front of your door? The
little welcome mats.
Yeah. They have people where I deliver to in the neighborhoods. It's the Ouija board.
Really?
That doormat is a Ouija board.
Wow.
So, and I'm seeing people, they worship spirits and they get that enjoyment of the same thing that you get, that release of endorphins like sex, they get that from worshiping devils. That's why guys say you have to be mindful of these spirits that you worship because you're getting that excitement not because of me, but because you have the devil playing on your amygdala.
Yep.
Look at that. Dang.
It made me think about addiction. It makes me think about addiction because chemicals being released, right? Excessive chronic consumption of dopamine causes your brain to go into a binge mechanism. Like it wants it. It wants it. So you got cravings for whatever that is that your brain that's releasing that dopamine, right? And then when you continue to use it, what happens when you continue to use the same drug over and over again?
It gets weak.
It gets weak. You need more of whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? You need a lot a lot more. That's why it started. You need stranger and stranger things to release that dopamine because your body becomes numb to it. It becomes numb to it, so it just starts a cycle, and you just chasing dopamine. It's like you chasing that first high.
Can we go back to that? We didn't finish it. Can we go back to that the screenshot you had?
Yeah, go
real
ahead.
Quick? I want to see something on there. The endorphins, painkillers. Scroll up back to the top, where the beginning of it. Yeah. So it says scary movies can affect your brain in a number of ways, including activating the fight or flight response. The brain can't distinguish between perceived and a real threat, right? So it activates the nervous system known as the fight or flight response, right? Now, and it causes all those things, a racing heart and all that stuff like that. These things, I sent a clip from Birth of a Nation. These things, when they put things in horror movies, they use this to manipulate the mindsets of the people on what and what not to be afraid of. A prime example of this was in 1915. Esau released a movie called Birth of a Nation. And that movie generated the largest recruitment of Klans members since that, they joined, all them Edomites joined the Klan after that movie came out. It was so popular, and it displayed us as something to be feared, a danger to white women, a danger to society. We were monsters, super predators. It had us like, and the Klans were the heroes that defeated the monsters, and then that's how that started.
And you know what's heavy about that, what you said?
Don't worry about the clip.
You know what's heavy about that, what you said? On the movie Emancipation, right? The one that Will Smith was in. They had a portion where they was around a campfire, and the white guy, when he was talking to all of them, they was like, why would we be scared of niggas? Why would we care about that? And then he was like, if you think that those niggas are stupid, then you're dumber than them. And he said, just imagine for a second, that all of the horror that we done to them, we killed their young and all of this, imagine that was turned on us. Could you imagine that horror? He said, I can't allow that to happen. So he continued to hunt for Will Smith. But even with that, like how it doesn't know the difference between a real threat and danger is deceived. When you put on costumes, how do you know the intentions behind the one, either behind the clown, behind the butcher, behind the career day guy, the regular people? How do you know the difference between? That's a day that all those evil spirits can hide in plain sight.
Right.
Everybody that's walking among you, whether you believe this, what I'm about to say or not, everybody that's walking among you at night when you're doing that ain't all human.
When I was growing up, you couldn't wear a mask in public. You couldn't wear in Clayton County. You couldn't wear those. You know how they used to have them little hoodies that zip up with Spider-Man masks. You couldn't wear masks in public because people was committing crimes, so it was illegal to do that.
Yeah,
the cops would pull you. But Halloween, everybody do it.
Halloween looks like the purge. Go ahead.
How about not just Halloween? Once COVID came in, masks is green everywhere. No one stops it, and I'm not talking about medical masks. I'm talking about those ski masks brothers be wearing all day.
Them Soldier Eli masks.
Wow. That thing is now full everywhere. Right. Let me get a scripture too. Let me get Sirach 30 and 21. This is what happens. The chemical effect that you just pulled up, Officer Abraham. This is what goes on. That flight or fight mentality. This is what happens, because the first clip that played was they were battling with inside of themselves. I caught that in the video. It's scriptural. Watch this.
Sirach 30 and
21.
Sirach chapter 30 verse 21.
Come on.
Give not over thy mind to heaviness.
Read that again.
Give not over thy mind to heaviness.
So now where can the heaviness come from? You got to understand, the thoughts of our enemy are deep. Right. There's a study on your psyche, on your mentality. This is why they push fear, because they know it's going to ultimately drive an agenda. Have you go towards a certain direction. Read it again.
Give not over thy mind to heaviness.
Read.
And afflict not thyself in thine own counsel.
Because God already said he did not make us to have fear. Right. But yet they will use fear to manipulate your mind to allow you to make certain decisions. Instead of being scared and running, you think you can fight something that you cannot. That's their mindset.
Hey, you know what's crazy about what you're saying? They add these horror movies in there, and those horror movies, they place fear in people about dying.
Right.
When Christ gave, like you said, there's no fear inside. When you believe in Christ, there's not supposed to be any fear in it. Perfect love
Right.
cast out fear.
Right.
But when they give you scenarios about how you can die, and then they show you that in a way that where horror plays on your amygdala and now tampers with your spirit,
Right.
mixes those emotions. Now you're scared to die. When Christ said, "Perfect love cast out fear," but they placed fear in you.
Right.
Right.
So
Here's another point. With Independence Day, who's the bad guys? The people in the chariots?
Right.
That's not even biblical. So you're going to first think you can fight against the chariots.
Right.
Because that's what they put in the movie. You have no chance. I'm telling you, they're crafty as hell. They know just what they're doing.
this is not the typical Halloween breakdown y'all was waiting
Right.
for. But we going on another level. Going another level with you. If y'all didn't have now, I have another thing I want to read you real quick.
Dang, I had one if I could.
Yeah,
I'm
go ahead.
not gonna pull a script, but hey, that fear. Fear.
It's a bad thing.
I'm not gonna
No
take
Bible?
up.
Nah,
Nah,
go
I
ahead.
want to, but I'm not
Nah,
gonna take
go-
up time.
yeah, you got it.
Fear. I do want to get. I do got a script. Okay. Hey, let me get Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17 and verse 12. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 12.
Shout out to you.
Yes, sir.
Dang. Wisdom of Solomon.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon,
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
chapter 17 and verse 12.
Let's go.
For fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
Your reasoning should be in the scriptures. Your thoughts and your mindset should be in the scriptures. Fear betrays the comforts that the Bible offers you, because the Bible tells you what it is. Fear will make you doubt that.
Right.
Fear is a faith killer, and they
Right.
put that on you. Like, and here's a test of your faith in Christ. If you going downstairs in the night to get some food, and you're scared to just go down, you know where everything's at,
Bruh.
but the hallway's a little too dark, and you feel like I got to turn the light on to feel comfortable. Not because for safety, but because there may be something there.
Right.
You lack faith.
Yep.
You don't understand the Bible.
You had something?
Yeah, I get the scripture as well. Leviticus 26. 26. Let's start at verse 14. Jump to verse 36.
Yes, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 14. But if you will not hearken unto
You
me
don't listen to God,
and will not do all these commandments.
and then you don't keep the commandments. Here's some curses. Go to verse 36.
Verse 36. And upon them that are left alive.
Oh, wait, start at verse 33, then jump 36.
Verse 33.
So if you don't listen to God, what will happen to us?
And I will scatter you among the heathen.
Where are we? Among the heathen. That's how we know we're the Israelites.
And will draw out the sword after you.
And then the sword will come after you. War will come for you. Read.
And your land shall be desolate,
Your homeland will be desolate and destroyed.
and your cities waste.
Your city's destroyed. Jump to verse 36. What else happened?
Verse 36. And upon them that are left alive, of you
Those that are left alive of you, upon those left behind, read.
I will send a faintness into your hearts.
Into your mind, you'll be faint. You have the, as scriptures say, you have the mind of a woman. Read.
in the lands of your enemies.
That why are we so afraid? If we're afraid, we can't fight. We don't even have the urge to spiritually fight, much less physically fight.
Right.
Read.
And the sound of a shaking leaf.
What was that? What was that? It's a movie. It's moving pictures on the screen, and we jump scared. We scared. Some, like you said, some brothers like, I turn the light on in the basement,
Right.
Because we've been grown up to be big scaredy cats like Esau. But Esau's like, Esau do what? Esau ain't really scared of stuff like that. They like adventure. They like going to chase bears, and we don't move like that.
Right.
But we make a joke about it. It's like, man, I ain't going in there. There's bears in the woods.
That's white people stuff.
But they're more fearless than us. And more than just the animal. They'll kill every animal on earth. They'll ride every animal on earth. They'll train every animal on earth because they think they're God. They're not scared of nothing.
They have faith.
Meanwhile, we scared of pit bulls, and we some of us scared of big cats.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's-
spider. Now, I'm sensitive to that one.
Hey, that shaking leaf is real.
But really, that's what it is. We got so many fears. A shaking leaf scares us now.
Right.
Because God sent a faintness in our heart as a curse. We're no longer a warrior race.
Woo.
We scared of leaves. Read on.
A sound of a shaking leaf shall chase them.
That's our armies will run from leaves, rustling in the leaves. What was that? What did we make this joke?
Scared.
Black people run. We see one guy run, we're all running.
Taking off. Ask questions later.
We out. But we make jokes, but really, we're just a scary people. Read.
And they shall flee as fleeing from a sword.
Even though it ain't the sword, we run like someone's trying to kill us. Read.
And they shall fall when none pursue.
We tripping and falling over each other. What happens? Read.
And they shall fall upon another.
Then we tripping all over each other because of our fears. Read.
as it were before a sword,
Read.
when none pursue it.
No one's even chasing us, but it's a curse that we so scaredy cat. Read.
And ye shall have no power to stand before your enemy.
That's the end result. It's deeper than old scary movies. We have no power to stand against our enemies.
Yep.
We so scared. Some black people so scared. We go to camp. We start talking about Esau. They look around first.
Right.
I think Bishop said that yesterday. He looked around. I was like, he said, "What about white?" I was like, "Who put us in slavery?"
The white man. I said, you know, white people.
What'd you say?
You know.
Why are we whispering?
You know who did it.
They know what they did. They don't whisper about it.
Right.
But we scared to even say their name, invoke the name of Esau. We scared to even say Caucasian.
Right. It's like Voldemort.
Hey, you know the reason why, and get I see you said number 3 is giving a problem, so we're probably gonna have to jump to number 4. Let me see something. Yeah, we're gonna jump to number 4.
Let's get it.
So check it. But to what Officer Rayuel was just saying, they placed that fear. Remember, we had that thing called Out of the Shadows. It was the documentary that the CIA, they place information in movies to distribute to the public. Right. The reason why it's even being mentioned about the different articles, we brought out the psychologists about things that they use for certain times of the year, like Halloween, right? Mm-hmm. They need a way to get fear into the masses, so that way when they do put out, let's say, a Amber Alert, or let's say they have some kind of thing that the government wants to push on the populace, or maybe a disease. They need to have a certain response from you based off of something popular that you would accept. So when they do it, and it's for real, the response you gave on the movie or the music, you're going to get from them when it's real time. So they put fear, or they place spirits in all of you, and they don't put the right one inside you. Dang. That's what they're doing. They use the masses, they use the movies, they use the music, they use the commercials to place a spirit that they want in you, so that way when it's time for them to activate the spell, they can control you. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's heavy.
Yeah.
They
said
make,
3's good?
Oh, praise. They make themselves the succor.
Yeah.
Because like it's just a lot of them horror movies is in the wilderness and the woods and stuff like that.
Yep,
so we black people will not go there. We will stay in their cities with their electricity and their lights and stuff like that. We won't go nowhere where we can do stuff for ourselves and things like that. Esau already bug out ready and all that.
Bruh, yeah, hey, so hold on, wait. We're gonna get there. No, wait, because that's part of it. Just hold on. All right, so I can see where we're going. We about to jump. I'm gonna come to 3 later. Jump to 4. 3 is the Halloween flyer. We're gonna pull that out, but go to 4. Yeah, go to 4. So 6 is what you was talking about was bad. So all right, so the Kelts or the Celts, however you want to say them, I don't really care. They're bastards. So read that.
The Celts practice a polytheistic religion.
Worship of multiple gods. That's what polytheistic is. Go ahead.
Or Celtic paganism.
Right.
That was closely tied to nature.
Reap.
Gods and goddesses.
Reap.
The Celts believed in many gods and goddesses.
Many. Go ahead.
Including Sonunos, the horned god of nature.
Right. The horned god of nature. Right. Bruh. Okay. It's gonna get better. Watch. It's gonna watch. When I get to it, it might turn some of y'all up. Keep going.
Fertility and the underworld and cellulose.
Okay. Go ahead. The god of the what?
Susalus.
I like what I said.
Good job.
Cellulite.
The god of the forest, fertility, and the dead.
So you see Astaroth in the mix of that. You see Baal in the mix of that.
I saw Pan
in the midst of this. So it says
Satan himself.
Satan himself is in the midst of this. So this is what the Celts worship, right? Polytheism. So I said a statement a couple shows back. I said Christianity is like polytheism, right? Scroll all the way to the bottom. Read that right there.
The Celts religion merged with Christian beliefs.
Oh, there it is.
To create Celtic Christianity. In the 5th century.
Okay, read on.
The Celtic church was distinct from the traditional Christianity and was never unified.
Or was it?
The Celtic Cross is the emblem of Celtic Christianity.
Interesting.
I see that all the time.
So
it's one and the same. They don't.
It's one and the
you
same.
can get you a Bible. What's on it? It had the Celtic Cross on it. Pull up a picture of the Celtic Cross so people know what we're talking about.
And then right after that, go to number 5. Go ahead, officer.
There's a lot of pictures of that. It's the same cross. It's a design choice. It's the same cross.
And there's no
such, all
the
time.
And there's no such thing, officer. You got to let them know. There's no such thing as you in the Christian church, and then you have what they call it at the church.
Trunk or treat. Harvest Day.
Harvest Day.
Hallelujah night.
Hallelujah night.
You worship a polytheistic God.
Right.
Gods.
You're a Celtic Christian, or more popular, pagan Christian.
Yeah.
Pagan Christian. That's the Celtic Cross right there.
Oh.
You've seen this on Bibles. You've seen this around.
All
tattoos
over the place.
Tattoos.
Look at that one, the far right, the blacked out, the whited out one. That's a common tattoo I see.
Hey, man, and I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah, they crafty.
just to break it down a bit, right? You see how in some of those, get the ones where they have the designs all inside of it.
Yeah, go ahead into it. You see it?
Yeah, get the one with some of the designs on it. Now, I might not be going where you're going, but I'm gonna tell you something I noticed.
I think you're on that way.
They notice how in the midst of the cross, there's a lot of weave work inside of it, right? That's the vine. It said, look, didn't it say that it was the God of the forest?
Yes. Right. That's you picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah, so there's
Nature.
vine and green work and nature within that cross.
Right.
The cross itself is a symbol of death, right? And then you have the circle around it to give you the perception that's a halo around it.
Right.
So all of that
is
an open or a portal towards spirits entering into your soul. And y'all still do Halloween. It's deeper than what you think. They want you dead.
You still wear the cross.
Taking a beating here lately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all got that soundbite, y'all.
Go to
y'all
number
listen.
5.
Hey, that horn beast I had, it was a movie called The Ritual, and they had it in the movie.
Yes,
He
I
came
know
out
what you're
the
talking
woods.
about.
Yes, I
and
seen that.
it was a forest piece that came out
Yeah,
had
right.
crawled on
Yes.
all fours. I know what you're talking about.
It's huge too.
Yeah.
It's like bigger than a house.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing. But that was
That was a
that's
wild-
the beast they
If
worship.
y'all could just find a picture instead of the video.
That was a wild
of
movie.
that horn beast.
Oh crap! Look at this right here.
Bring it out.
What'd that say, Pelaya?
Celtic Christianity, history, traditions, and facts.
Scroll down with you for me, sir.
Explore the history of Celtic.
No. What is so? Yeah.
Okay. What is Celtic Christianity?
Yep.
Dating back to the 5th century A.D.
Read.
Celtic Christianity was a unique
Amalgam.
of ancient indigenous creatures.
So it's talking about
Customs.
unique. It was a unique custom that combined. That's what it's talking about. Amalgam combined a lot of different beliefs and gods into one thing. Go ahead.
Right.
rituals and beliefs intertwined with traditional Roman Catholicism.
Interesting. Go ahead.
This form of Christianity developed in many Celtic-speaking areas of the British Isles,
Right.
including Scotland,
1,
Ireland,
2,
Wales,
3,
the Isles of Man,
4,
the South and Southeast England.
5.
However, the Celtic Church was never a unified religion,
Lies.
consisting of significant variations in worship, liturgies, and organizational structures across Britain.
Now, here's the crazy part about this, right? That I noticed when I read it. You know how it says the Celtic Church was never unified religion, but above it says and beliefs intertwined with the traditional Roman Catholicism. You see that part?
Yeah, intertwined.
Right. So you have to think, like, okay, well, Christian holidays are things like Christmas, Easter, so on and so forth, right?
Yep.
Christianity is what I'm saying.
Yep.
But notice the church also goes and worship Halloween.
Right.
They have, I forget the name of the other one. There's another one throughout this year. They have, but this is more Spanish, but Day of the Dead.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you have these other little
All Saints Day.
All Saints
Yeah.
Day. That's another one I was thinking about. But the church is doing it,
Yeah, the church is doing it.
so it did unify. But they're not going to call it Celtic Christianity. It's just Christianity.
The name changes is how they say it's not unified.
Yeah.
Because if unified, they'd have the same name. But that's just like there's like all these different versions of the KKK. They just don't call it the KKK.
Right.
But you all hate niggas.
Yeah.
Make it more palatable.
Right. They'll just change the order of the people they hate. It's like, no, we hate black people and Hispanics. No, well, we hate Hispanics and niggas.
Yeah, that's it. They call it the alt-right movement instead of KKK.
Yeah, the alt-right, the Proud
Yeah.
Boys.
Proud
the
Boys.
Far right. It's
Yeah.
the same.
They just changed the letters.
That's it.
Change the letters, change
SPLC,
the logos,
they
the
changed the
uniforms.
letters.
Right.
Do you have a beard? Do you not have a beard? Do you wear shades, sunglasses? You know what I'm saying? They just change how they move.
You remember that Dave Chappelle skit? When
Show
he
me
was
your
like,
face.
He said, "Why par?" And they was rooting for Dave. You remember they was rooting for Dave?
Yeah.
Chappelle? Yeah, why par? Hey, we'd love to see your face,
see
Chairman.
your face.
He said, "Yeah." He took it.
You don't
off.
see my face.
Mans was the Grand Poobah too.
Yeah.
He was the one in charge.
Yeah, he was the one in charge.
Yeah.
He said, "Hey, he was
Grand Dragon.
He's a grand.
They
Yeah.
took the hood off. They
Grand
saw
Dragon. How about
black
that?
dude said, "I hate them niggas," and that was
One dude's head
confounded.
exploded. That was the funniest thing.
Right.
Yo,
One dude's head
He
exploded.
said,
Hey, all
after
you heard-
15 years of marriage,
Yeah.
why did you divorce your wife? He simply
He's a
answered,
nigga lover.
she was a nigga lover.
That was funny.
yo,
That was
all
funny.
you heard out there was. And go back to the article and scroll down just a little bit. We about to hit some videos.
Did y'all ever find that picture? If not,
Yeah, did y'all?
don't worry about it. Oh, you did? Yeah.
Okay.
That thing is creepy.
Scroll down real quick, and then we go get that photo of Pelaya.
But
no, that
Yeah,
matter of
there
fact,
you
no,
go.
that
Is
is
that
no,
not?
no,
Is
that
that
is
not? Is that not the normal? You didn't put the ritual. Y'all put
nah,
the horn
that's
beast.
not the ritual. You said the
Yeah.
horn beast.
But
we need the ritual.
This is the international symbol for Satanism.
yeah, and it's in
Hey,
Detroit.
And
Oh,
it ties in with the Celtic.
you know who else that is? That's Krampus.
Yeah.
Type in the ritual.
And all
it's
his
the symbol.
variants, we talked about that last year. All his variants, they all are horned, hairy,
Type in the
dark
ritual.
beasts.
So isn't that a coincidence? See, now you did something.
He looks very Edomite.
So isn't that a coincidence that on December 25th, when they say it's Jesus' birthday, go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead.
it's the what do you call it? The winter solstice.
Winter solstice.
Right.
That also
all that nature garbage.
all that nature's garbage, right? That the druids, you know, the same guys that we brought out of the shadows, they do the
Right.
weaving of the spell so you can see their vision.
Okay.
Isn't it a coincidence that their new year, October 31st, have the same thing like Krampus?
Right.
And at December 25th, near the end of the year, they have Krampus.
Krampus, yeah, they have
Same
the
thing
Asher
again.
Krampus.
So it's
Different
Christianity.
name,
Yeah.
but then you say it's not unified.
Yeah, they say it's not
That's
unified.
not unified.
Nah, it's all
We
the
just
same.
worship the same horned devil
Yep.
all year around.
It's all the same. So if you worship, so if you say, how about this? You say, oh, I don't do Halloween.
Pull it
Did
up,
you do
pull it up.
Christmas?
Pull up Krampus
Yeah.
real quick.
Did you do Christmas? Then guess what? By default, you also did Halloween.
Right.
Mm.
Krampus, if y'all not familiar, that's tied to Santa Claus, which is in the Netherlands, over there in that area of the world. It's a very racist festival celebrating the Moors' defeat at the hands of the so-called white
Swarmy
men.
Pete.
And they have Krampus as the alternative to Santa Claus, aka Santa Claus. So there's Krampus. Ain't that the same damn dude we was
The
looking
horned
at?
beast.
You see
Right.
that? I like that when you got the whole Christmas outfit on him.
Yeah.
If you missed it, go
Same
back and
horned
watch
beast.
the Christmas.
Yeah, what's the name of that?
Oy vey.
Oy vey.
Yeah, no, that was it was something like
Holiday
that.
something.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
that was a good
Go
episode.
back and check that.
Yeah, they gonna put it on.
thing up.
They
That was
put it
video
in
too,
post.
right? We had video on that one.
Yeah, we had a lot of
We came a
video.
long way from there.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
look at the image. Same guy. Look at the feet, the bottom left.
Right.
Same horned devil. That's Pan. That's That's all of that. It's Santa Claus. This is alternative. That's
Got
the
the
elves.
little
All
goat
that.
toes.
It's the devil the Bible speaks
That's
of.
that
They
Satan.
worship him all year round. And then you think there's no correlation because they changed the name. They changed the festival's name. They changed what colors you wear. They changed what time of year it is. It's the same thing. They worship the devil.
Right.
They
Jump
worship
back-
the devil. They're trying to get you to worship the devil. You don't see that?
Jump back to the one with the rituals, so it showed us the same thing that the Celtics worship. So Christianity is all involved in all of that.
They don't see
Hey.
that you're trying to worship the devil because though they should fear it, it's pleasure now.
Yeah, see, that's the
It's
point.
pleasure
That's the
now.
point.
Yeah.
Because when
Perverted our
they,
minds.
you know how they said that makes the scriptures heavier. When it says a gift destroyed the heart, right?
Right.
And get number 7 for Minahan, 7 and 8.
Oh, that's heavy.
When it said gift destroyed the heart, right? Think about it. They give you something to where it can feel pleasurable, or candy even. They give you some of that rush, right? But they want you to feel that endorphin rush also. The same thing that you get with sex. They want you to feel that with worshiping the idol. Because if they can mimic something that we all as black people seem to fail at in controlling our rods or private parts, if they can simulate that same level of excitement with worshiping an idol that's not God, you'll never go back to God.
No, you never go back.
That's why they created that messy look. They devil.
Fear is. Were you about to pull that Ecclesiastes? Or okay,
Gonna let Minahan roll. Go ahead.
all right. Fear. Get Isaiah 20, was it 29:13? I always mess it up.
We are nowhere near.
Isaiah 29:13. Because fear is worship. Fear is obedience. It equals all of that. Because we're supposed to give our fear to the Most High God. But we go to these movies, and little do we know, the monsters in these movies are gods.
Right.
See, I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
Y'all saying so much. Because what got us, when we was in the world, officer, right?
Yeah,
we was in the world.
Right.
What got us excited? Yeah, everybody here worship. Y'all did Christmas, everybody here?
Yes, sir.
Y'all did
Yes, sir.
Halloween, maybe?
Last holiday I celebrated, I learned the truth, and for the kids, I did Halloween one more time.
Come
Yeah.
on, officer. You
So-
didn't have to put that for the
So,
kids.
I did it
No,
for
no,
the
wait.
kids.
You didn't have to put that for the
Yeah,
kids.
that's crazy.
I poisoned my kids one more time and
that's-
razor blades in their candy one more again.
Sheesh. Hey, but you know what's crazy?
Needles.
You know what got us all excited to do that stuff? This is why this show is heavy. Oh my God. You know why what got us excited to do that stuff? The music that they played during the time of year and the shows that they played.
Right.
Every time December come, I always what movie come to your mind when December come? First thing,
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Charlie Brown Christmas.
Yeah.
Shoot, Jack Frost.
Jack Frost.
What's the name of that deer?
Rudolph.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Rudolph.
Reindeer.
What about you?
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. What about you?
He's from Jamaica.
Hey, you know what comes to mind?
He's from Trinidad.
Hey, during Halloween, that thing, Twitch comes to mind for Halloween, and for Christmas time, Polar Express.
What's the one with the three witches they used to do on Halloween?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But
they just made a remake of that joint.
But that's the point. And I want you to get your scripture. I'm sorry.
Hocus Pocus, he said.
Yeah, Hocus Pocus. I want you to get your scripture. But what you're saying is heavy because the stuff that gets us excited, that endorphin rush, even as children, they place that excitement in us as kids.
Dang.
Even that, all of that, they give it to us by the music that they play,
right,
the shows that they push, and even the placement of their lighting on the trees outside, the purple lights for Halloween, all of that. They do all of that to bewitch things and obscure things that are honest. Right. That's what they do. Go ahead, get that.
Because all of that's worship of God. Yeah, read that real quick. That's Isaiah 29:13.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29 and verse 13. Wherefore the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth.
So Christianity, right, which we now know is mixed in with Celtic paganism, a worship of that ram head's god, which is the international Satan god. Right. We all know that. He said, we think we serve God, read.
And with their lips do honor me.
And then we be like, oh, well, you know, hey, it's hallelujah night. Go ahead. It's for Christ. Go ahead.
But have removed their heart far from me.
But have removed our minds far from God. That has nothing to do with our Lord. Read.
And their fear.
Their worship of me. The fear is the beginning of knowledge. The fear and the knowledge, the understanding, the worship, the praise, the admiration of God goes to what?
Toward me is taught by the precept of men.
It goes to whatever the man Esau has put in front of us as God. Mm-hmm. We give that homage to whatever beast that you go see in the movie. Oh, I'm scared of seeing that. Not Christ, not a black man that's telling me keep the commandments. I'm scared of that thing coming out the dark.
Something illogical.
Right. That's why I throw salt over my shoulder. That's why when I do this, that's why I put, do all that little, little stupid stuff black people do.
Superstition.
I'm not what you're talking about.
Hey, you see that video with that dude? They burning and the devil say, "Hey, show me how you do evil spirits again." He picked the salt up and then the devil started laughing. He's like, "Show me how you do evil spirits again." Dude's like. Devil start laughing at him like, yeah, bro, that junk ain't working.
Yeah, you about to get got.
Give me Wisdom of Solomon real quick, 14.
Yeah, get that real quick. And get 7 prepared. Miniham got
Wisdom
some on
of
that.
14.
You want 12?
It's 16.
16. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 16.
Read 18, read.
Thus in process of time.
Over time, read.
An ungodly custom.
We've talked about many ungodly customs, read.
Grown strong.
Halloween is strong. Christmas is strong. Worldwide recognized, read.
Was kept as a law.
That's why you get the day off. That's why business is shut down. It's a law to the white man. Read.
And graven images.
And these are graven images, idols.
Were worshipped by the commandment of kings.
They were worshipped by the commandments of kings. Jump to verse 18.
Verse 18.
Now watch this.
Also, the singular diligence
how hard these artists work on these images, read.
Of the artificer.
And costumes, in the movies, in the makeup, read.
Did help to set forward the ignorance. The ignorance.
You ignorant Negroes.
To more superstition.
You are afraid. You are superstitious. You are superstitious, not afraid of God, superstitious to things that don't exist. Right. That's why you don't love God. You don't fear him. You are more superstitious. You are more afraid of the white man and his lies than the Most High God.
Hey,
Dang,
I'm gonna tell you,
superstitious.
That last part. We taking Miniham scripture on this. Hey,
no, y'all good. Y'all good.
While we doing pull up 7. Pull up 7. Yeah. Take the glasses off. Pull up number 7.
Sorry,
look, read that last part with a singular diligence. Read that last part again.
Yes, sir. Also, the singular diligence.
Hey, hold up, pause. That's a heavy scripture. Because look, that person, when he was making it, he had to know. He had the artists, usually, they have to have the thought behind what they want the people to see.
Yeah, they do.
They have to. You artists.
Yeah.
They have to have it in their mind. So he's like, now, I want people to believe in what I'm about to make. So when I make this curve right around here, it gotta be on point because when they look at it, they're like, that's some detail right there.
The pumpkin got to be this orange.
It got to be this orange.
The eyes got to be a perfect triangle. That's like a law in the mind. Everybody make the same pumpkin.
You got to have them teeth with the square teeth.
That is part of the everything.
Everything. Go read on the singular diligence.
Also, the singular diligence of the artificer
That means he was sweating when he was making it. Go ahead.
did help to set forward the ignorant to more superstition.
So they play. Look, you know how in Revelation 13 it says, "And an image was made to speak."
Right.
These other idols, they made these idols speak, but guess what? You put them on.
Right.
The costumes,
Dang.
you put them on and make those idols talk.
Right.
That's what you're doing. Go ahead.
You
get
bring
it
it to life.
You bringing
Yeah.
idols to life. Go ahead.
Hey, let's get, was it number 7? Watch this. Just to add to what everything was already brought out. Watch. Because a lot of times we like to, it was mentioned that the Celtics is now fused with Christianity.
Right.
Meaning all the wickedness that happened, it's none of these things that you see going on in the earth is new. None of it is new. Every single time the prophets come out, even from old, it's in the midst of darkness. That's why you see what's going on now. Watch this. All supply, read that.
A history of costumes.
Huh?
A history of costumes.
Come on.
Costumes have been a part of human fashion for thousands of years.
Okay, watch this.
The people have used costumes for everything from distinguishing between social classes to warding off evil spirits.
Now, they're very crafty in how they say that. They say you got to put a costume on to ward off an evil spirit. That seems a little backwards. No, you put on a costume to put on the evil spirit. But you don't, again, our people don't understand what they worship. They don't understand what they do because they don't do a diligent search. Watch this, read on.
Even though they're usually worn in elaborate events, costumes have also had a strong influence on everyday wear and popular culture.
So now, how can it have what's the word you use?
Strong
influence. An influence on today. They've renamed Halloween so many times in the church. They said since the 5th century, it wasn't always called Halloween. They called it many different things, but now today, you couple Halloween with trick-or-treating.
Holy Eve.
All types of, and let me tell you, they so damn crafty. Because I was looking up some of this stuff last night. November 1st is the day after Halloween, right? You know what the church calls it? All Saints
Day.
They crafty as hell.
Because now we saved
But wait.
Yes, we're going to do evil the night before, and then we're saved the day after.
But wait, it's not merged. Celtic Christianity isn't merged.
It's not.
It's totally
Listen,
different.
We sacrifice to the devils so they would leave us alone for tomorrow.
No, that's the scripture. They sacrificed unto devils, not to God.
Yes.
And God's new. Give me that. Get
Deuteronomy
that.
32, I think. 26.
That's the scripture.
I didn't have that one.
You didn't have that one?
I did. That was the sarcasm.
Oh,
No,
That's what we read.
no, you got
17, 32, 17.
You want to start at 16 or
I don't know.
Yeah, 16 is good.
help me out.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 16. They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods.
So they said they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. Hey, the same thing is said in Ezekiel chapter 8 when he had said, "Hey, son of man, go into the wall." This is heavy. He said, "Son of man, go into the wall." And then he went into the wall in Jerusalem. And then he saw creeping things all along the wall. He said, "Have you seen what this wickedness the sons of Judah had did, son of man?" He said, "You see this?" He said, "You provoked the image of jealousy." That's talking about God. You made God jealous.
Ezekiel 8 and 10. I got it. Go with it.
Ezekiel chapter 8 and verse 10.
Come on.
So I went in and saw, and behold, every form of creeping things.
Every form of creeping things are different little idols carved inside of the wall in Jerusalem, where the temple was. Go ahead.
And abominable beasts.
And abominable beasts.
And all the idols of the house of Israel.
And all the idols of the house of Israel. They made God jealous. Go ahead.
Portrayed upon the wall round about.
That is.
Said, that diligent artificer.
That is.
Singular diligence he did to portray those idols. He said, come, let me show you something. That's a hell of a scripture right there.
Yes, sir.
It's like, come look at what they've been doing. That's what we do in the spirit.
Right.
Come, because you're blind.
Right.
You have no idea what's going on. Your eyes been blind. Say, come, let me show you what's really. Then we show people on the street or in these classes.
Yep.
Look what was really going. All this is idols.
That's
It's like we
right.
had to go into that, spiritually go into that hole in that wall and show you. We've been worshiping idols the whole
Hey,
time.
we doing it right now too.
That's what we doing
right now.
Let me get
Giving the you You say
Say it right this time.
You say it.
I messed it up every time.
I did not practice.
Come on, let's go.
Giving a visual perspective to the spiritual objective.
Oh my God.
Right.
Oh, I done messed it up every time I tried to say it, and I created it.
You're trying to give you a
Let me
shot.
get
You can't.
Was I in the middle of the scripture? No, I was bringing that down. Let me get Psalm 64. Watch this. Let me tell y'all. We don't understand the nature of the beast that we're under.
Right.
We think that it's just some undivine thing that while we're worshiping the white man. We think it's some phenomenon, the reason we're in this captivity. But they're very crafty. Watch this.
Psalm
64 and verse 5. Come on.
Psalm chapter 64 and verse 5.
Uh-huh.
They encourage themselves.
Hold on, read it again.
They encourage themselves.
That they is your enemy. That enemy is the so-called white man, the Celtics, the Irish, all of those people who had the origins of what you call today Halloween. They do what?
They encourage themselves in an evil manner.
Read.
They commune of laying snares privily.
You know what that commune is? That means the Netherlands, Germany, Russia, America, all of them are in agreement to push the evil. They completely understand. That's why Halloween has the same idolatric beasts that you see in Christmas. It's all the same. On the other side of the world, in Netherlands, it is Krampus. They actually do that openly, but over here, they will keep it secret. Partially, it's covered up because they're doing a diligence search. Read.
They say, who shall see them?
Because they know that you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're not going to read. You're not going to do no looking for anything, but that's what the prophets are here to do. Read.
They search out iniquities.
They do what?
They search out iniquities.
Hold that. Give me Judith 5. Watch this. And Judith goes all the way back past the 5th century. They understand something. Give me Judith 5 and verse 17. Watch this.
Judith chapter 5 and verse 17.
Come on.
And whilst they sin not before their God, they prosper.
They what?
They prosper.
So right now, here in Babylon, we're in the midst of sin. That's why you don't see no prosperity. That's why you see every time this season comes around, that's when you get an increase of money coming out of our community. How can we prosper when all the money goes to them? Read.
Because the God that hateth iniquity was with them.
Say that again.
Because the God that hateth iniquity was with them.
So the God that hates sin that they're looking out will be with us. But we have to be doing something. Read.
But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
Come on.
And were led captives into a land that was not theirs.
So now we're in captivity, and the people we're captive to, they're searching out iniquity because they understand that God is only going to fight for us when we're in the midst of righteousness.
Right.
That's the only time.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Come on, officer.
You know what's crazy? They increase in money. When you said that, leaves the community.
Right.
That's like you giving your offering to the devil.
That's it.
That's what it is. Because remember, if the place was too far, every 3 years when they have that feast of tithe, when we had to do it like that, we had to go and sell what we had, take the money, and then go. Right. But then also that way we can make the offering to God to give honor.
Right.
Well, think about it now. Now, every year on the 31st of October, we wind up bundling up our money, or on the 25th of December, and then we use that same money and then offer that up to Satan.
Oblation.
To buy
trillions of dollars.
It says that
y'all sacrificing literally, even though it's not fire and the beast now.
Right.
Y'all literally sacrificing your time and money and effort. All that blood, sweat, and work you did at your job, you're doing it for Satan.
Some sacrifices are monetary.
There you
That's
go.
what it is. Hercules, they took money.
Yes.
It was money was a sacrifice.
Free will
Go ahead,
offerings.
officer.
Hey, you just made a heavy point, officer. Yes. Here's where it gets heavy. In the New Testament, Paul stressed that we know that idols are nothing.
Right.
But if you don't know and you're wasting your time in idolatry, you're on the wrong side of the playing field already. You have no idea. The Bible says money is a defense. That's why I mentioned it. That's why I mentioned about the money, because once the money is gone, how are you going to help build up the rest of your community? Where are the arms going to go? How is that going to work? You allowed the money to go because you're giving that money unto idols. Go back to Psalm 64.
Psalm 64 and verse 6.
Come on.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Come on.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Now, Because that's why I went to Judith. They understand that as long as we're not serving our God, God ain't gonna fight for us.
Right.
That's why your economic health is gone. That's why your military health is gone. Help is gone. All of that is gone because God ain't with us. Because we're in the midst of putting on costumes.
Right.
You putting on another spirit and you don't even realize it. Hit the
Let me back up real quick. Yo, ain't no bomb. Come on, man. Gaza treatment. Let's get that Gaza
He
going.
sounded just like the
You
sound
sounded
bite.
like the
He
sound
sounded
bite.
just like the sound bite.
All praise.
Jeremiah 2:14. Then jump to 19. To back up also Menahem. I was looking at this earlier, but you said that brought it out. Read that. Jeremiah 2:14. Then jump to 19.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 14.
Read.
Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?
Were you always a slave? Why are we always in captivity? Captivity after captivity. Read.
Why is he spoiled?
Pastors ain't asking this question. Why are we spoiled? Why are we destroyed? Why are we enslaved? Verse 19.
Verse 19.
Verse 17.
Verse 17.
Read.
Hast thou not procured this unto thyself?
God said, didn't you do this yourself? It's your fault. Read.
In that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God.
You forsook the Lord. Read.
Then he led thee by the way.
Read verse 19 now.
Verse 19. Thine own wickedness shall correct thee.
Read.
And thy backsliding shall reprove thee.
That's what's going to correct you. Your own wickedness. There's nothing God did to you out of spite. It's your own wickedness. Read.
Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God.
And
that my fear is not in thee.
My fear is not in you. You don't fear God. You fear the superstitions of the white man.
Right.
You fear the idols of the white men. That's why you pay tribute. You give oblation to his holidays, to his idols, out of the fear of your God, the white man.
Right.
Read. Is that it?
Saith the Lord of hosts.
All praises.
Hey. Oh,
Go ahead.
hey, I gotta back up. Because the fear is not in them. The fear is not in them. The most scariest thing in the Bible is when you read certain things like the hand appeared on the wall and wrote on the wall that
the
you're gonna
ground
die.
opened up and swallowed them.
And it closed back up.
No, here's one.
Everybody died on earth but
Bruh.
8 people.
He drowned everything.
How about having a nightmare?
A mount was on fire and there was words coming out of it.
How about having a nightmare that your children
man.
this monstrous black guy with red eyes is coming down slamming your
He
children's
jumped
bodies
down
all over
from
the place,
heaven.
and then you wake up and it happened.
And it was real.
And it happened.
Hey, real quick.
Dear God.
Real quick. And now, I love the excitement. Let's go to number 9 now.
Let's get number 9.
Yeah. Hold on, yo. We got.
I was just saying, keep the spirit. Keep the spirit. Let's just get number 9.
Yeah.
We're going to get it. We're going to come back to it. It's fire, though. It's going to be very fire.
Let's go. Number 9. So this is what
You're not getting this in church.
You're not.
You're not getting this in church.
Nah.
Because they don't fear God.
They in the church watching Medea Boo.
In the church, you do the exact same thing you were just talking about. You pay tithes to try to make up for what you just did the day before.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's that same thing.
Hey, you know it's crazy
Please,
with
white Jesus.
the costumes. One more thing. The real us is the spirit. The flesh. This flesh is like our costume. They want to pretend to put on the flesh of the demon. And be the spirit inside of that flesh right there. They want to be with that. But I'm going to let that sit on your head. Hey, go ahead and play this real quick. So now this is about how what music does to you, right? We're not going to play the whole thing, but just start it off.
A million years ago, an Australopithecine called Ardi stood on her legs and walked.
Yeah.
And ever since then, the rhythm of walking has stamped human music. But much more than that pun intended, that the first steps put us on the path to forging links between the brain and muscular exertion and sound.
So listen to what he's saying. He said when they start to study music, which music's already been found out, but it's the way they want to do it, right? He said they start to now make a link between the brain and muscular exertion, meaning they found a way how to use music in certain tunes to get your body to move. So they was like, okay, well, if we play certain songs and certain tunes, then we can make the people either believe, fear, or do what we want them to believe, fear, or do. That's what he's saying. And literally, that's all I wanted from this. You play a little bit more, but that's all I wanted. This is a whole 7-minute video, but the whole video is based off of that little thing that he said right there. Go ahead, play just a little bit more.
Hominins learned to hear footsteps as a pattern. And what patterns give you is a sense of time. You can predict what will happen next. And it's willy-nilly reflecting the experience of walking through the earth.
Now pause. This is what I want you to do real quick. What I want you to do real quick before we get to the other little examples of the shows that they put out inside your brains. Give me some kind of soundtrack, some holiday soundtrack. Give me some like a sound bite or something from Halloween. Let me show y'all what they do.
Viewer discretion advised.
Yeah, give me some like a sound bite or something that they do for Halloween, like music that you. Give me a Michael Myers.
Michael Myers. I was about. That's a shame that's exactly what everybody thought about.
It's not official.
You know exactly what's going to play.
It makes him scared because he's a person.
It's got to be unofficial. Like find an unofficial.
Find something unofficial. Thank you.
While they looking for it,
go ahead.
I got a little time. Malachi 1:6, because we was talking about the fear. You should fear the things Christ can do to you over everything, which will also in turn make you be able to brave other things that you would normally be scared of, because you know your God is more feared than anything. Right? Read that real quick. But this is what God had to ask that question. Like you said, that scripture you pulled bounce right into this. Read.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1 and verse 6. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor?
Christ is like, where's my respect? Where's my honor? You giving it to all these other guys. Right. Now watch this part.
And if I be a master, where is my fear?
Where's my fear? Where is my fear? Right. You scared of dang on Michael Myers and Freddy Krueger and all this other garbage. I can get in your dreams and jack you up. Dang. I make that. Freddy Krueger ain't got nothing on me. I burn people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, God, you know how many people God has driven mad?
Yep. Right.
That's a cursing. That's a curse. 28 Deuteronomy. Right. He said, where's my fear? Go ahead, I'll
Hey, yeah. I want to add to go right back to the music portion. Mm-hmm. Because it's no coincidence that Edom is studying music. It is no coincidence. We understand that music has a spiritual side to it. We understand that. But look at who invented it, but the Lord had to use it righteously. Watch this. Give me Genesis 4 and start at verse 17.
Yes, sir.
Watch this.
The book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 17.
Remember, good is set against evil. There's two sides to everything. Watch this.
And Cain knew his wife.
Who?
His wife.
No, start from the beginning.
And Cain knew his wife.
Cain knew his wife, that evil seed in the earth. So it's speaking about the lineage of Cain. Come on.
And she conceived and bare Enoch. And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
Now, as you read on, let's jump down to verse 21.
Verse 21.
Look what the sons of Cain invented. Look, and you already know it had nothing to do with good. Mm-hmm. Everything that you read here that they've created, multiple wives came from the sons of Cain. All of these things, weapons, came from the sons of Cain. Look what else they created, and they did not use it for good. Read verse 21.
Verse 21.
Come
and
on.
His brother's name was Jubal.
Read.
He was the father of all such as handle the harp and organ.
Now, why would it be that today Edom is studying music? That's because it's in his roots. It's in him to find the evil to use to manipulate the minds and the hearts of our people.
Tapping in.
That's exactly the purpose of it. It said the wicked created harp and organ to understand how to play on the heartstrings of your mind. It's always been like that. That's why you hear people say things like, oh, that's a scary sound. What are you talking about? How do you tie that together? How can a sound be scary? We bring it out all the time. The image
voice,
of
the image of a voice.
Now, so in order to produce that means there has to be good and it has to be bad. The way they use it has nothing to do with righteousness. It's double-sided spirits on that thing.
Yeah, they go ahead.
No, you gotta go.
Yeah, no, I was like, they use certain sounds and they know they want certain tunes and frequencies because they know that if they play with that amygdala, right? They play with that. They play with that thing. They dig inside that music. And it's like, if we play this tune, if we play this tune, boom, and then it's like, oh well, look at what he did. He feels a little bit more scared when these scenarios comes up because this music is in his head.
Suspense.
Yeah, they do that. They build that. They have engineers, audio engineers, for the sole purpose of making you think, feel, and do certain things.
a scary movie.
They're helping you worship idols.
A scary movie wouldn't be as scary. Like there's the creepy part of it that makes it scary, like what the creatures look like. But the part that makes you go, ah, and you jump in, that's the music.
Yeah,
if you watched it with no sound,
it's the music.
It wouldn't even be scary.
Hey, I'm sorry. I knew you was about to say something.
The Dark Knight, my favorite movie. Mm-hmm. There's a scene toward the end where they're on 2 different boats, and they have the key to blow up the other boat. Right. And they're waiting to see if that one white guy makes a decision to turn the key. I wish we could play it. I know it'd probably get taken down. But it was the most suspenseful scene because of and it just was lasting. And you're like, there's one note. You're like this. And he puts it down and the music changes. You're like, oh God. But it was all tied to the music. It would be nowhere near as suspenseful if it was just muted. It was all about just a small, it wasn't even like it's just one crescendo.
Sound,
you know what?
That sound tells you something's coming.
Hey, find that if you can. Find that for me.
I just thought about it. I didn't think about this term. Free to use scary sounds. Yeah, there's a free to use scary sounds and free to use Christmas sounds also.
Because the monster will be coming up.
Because they have free to use ones that we can use on video.
Sometimes it'll be the silence. Sometimes it'll be that sound like that where it's building up to it, or it'll be everything is dead silent. And you know.
Yeah, and you know it's
coming.
But it's not silent, but it is silent. There's still noise coming out, but they manufacture silence, a certain silence where there's a little bit of atmosphere, there's a little bit of a cricket or something.
Yeah.
And it's like
subtle.
But it's like that. Man, they're putting you in it.
That's it right there.
Yeah. They're putting you in it.
Right when it pops up, bang!
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
Someone's getting something?
Yeah, I'm waiting for the sound. You got me?
Can I get something in the meantime, officer?
No. Yeah, I'm stalling.
All right, all praises. Hey, I also there it is.
There it is.
All right, so that's free to use, right? All right, so he said that's free to use. I know, because I know I've seen them people use this before.
But
when we use it,
we
right.
So even if all right, so y'all heard it just now, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Instantly on the camera, the thousands of you that are watching, what you thought about? You know, I'm just saying, when you hear that, there's thoughts that come into your brain, but there's a reason for it.
Right.
There's a reason why when you hear that, you have thoughts that come into your brain when sounds trigger inside of them.
Yeah.
They know how to get, this is what they do. This is what Esau does, and he knows this. He knows how to do this. He makes the music, but spiritually his hand just reached right inside your skull and then started playing with your brain. And then he started to use it like this. I want you to think this, so let me flip it.
It's not for no reason.
Yeah.
Hey, watch this. I just send a photo. If you could put that up there. Watch this to get right back into the evils through the music. Watch this.
You can put that. My bad.
No, you're all right, officer. What's one of those in our genre of music? I don't like.
And get number 10
like
ready.
that.
We about to get into it.
I don't really like saying our genre of music, but in today's modern hip hop, rap, and all of those, they don't push popularity.
Nah.
Murder, violence, all of those things is pushed in our community through the music. Mm-hmm. Look at how they use the music. Watch this. Read that, Officer Pelaya.
I got you. In contemporary music production, an 808 refers to a percussion sound known for its booming, low-frequency bass.
Explain to me how can something be booming and low frequency? All right, watch this.
Famously popularized by the TR.
Now, hold on, I want to explain that statement. That low frequency is, you would think that it's talking about sound. No, it's talking about your mind becomes on a low frequency. Watch this.
Famously popularized by the TR-808 bass drum, often called the 808 kick.
When I watch this, come on.
This iconic sound.
This what?
This iconic sound
Read.
has become a cornerstone in various music genres.
It says various music genres, but look where you really only see it and hear it and read.
Notably in hip hop, trap, and electronic dance music.
That is our people's culture today. So-called blacks, that's where their music is.
Right.
Who runs that industry? Just give it a guess.
Hamlet.
Who? Hamlet. The same prince of the power of air.
I hadn't heard that one. Hamlet.
Go
I was going somewhere, officer.
Yeah, I'm with you.
The same prince of the power of air understands that their music frequency brings you to a low frequency.
Check it. But look, even like this, right? Think about this. Even when it comes to like trailers, right? They know there's a lot of different kinds of bass that you can use.
Yeah.
But there's a certain kind of bass that when you hear it, you're like this, oh. this about to be good. It's
Right.
like, you know when you hear it like that?
Yeah.
There's a certain kind of bass that they use. It's like, oh, that got him. So now that pulls them in. There's when music is played, there are spirits that come out of that sound, right? And the most that you'll be able to see any of it, you know how you see a big sound wave and it's like invisible, but you see it moving? There's spirits behind that. They have spirits that come out when sound gets played, and then it grabs you and either pulls you in or change you.
Man, that low frequency he was just talking about made me think
And
about
get number 10.
being suggestionable. Like it brings you to that low level so that whatever comes next, you more subject to.
It's a setup.
You more
it's a
subject
setup.
to get in there. Yeah.
You just said something on the music, the one we just played. It says music, he said, is like the footprints.
Right,
He said based off of
right.
the type of music that now is studied based on from your brain, you can detect and tell what's coming next.
Right.
So
Go ahead.
yeah, no, I'm sorry, but that got me hyped.
Nah, that's
'Cause-
real. I mean, yeah.
'cause Once you play
Everybody pick the
certain
right
kinds of music, you can tell, like what Officer was saying earlier, it's either eerie silent or there's like it's suspense. And you can tell what's coming next is about to be, so you're on the edge of your seat and you got pulled. But here's the question. What pulled you? That's the thing.
Spirit.
That's the
And
thing.
it got a body reacting because you come to the edge of your seat. But you know, it. Go ahead, Oscar. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say.
You better stop worshiping these idols.
How many times we can remember in the world when you listen to music, you used to say, "Hey, I don't know what they're saying, but I like this beat." Because the beat will then pull you, and then in your subconscious, you start doing, thinking, and moving according to the lyrics that you think you ain't listening to. You think you ain't listening to it, but that beat has then pulled on you. The spirit then grabbed you, and now you like gang violence. You want to go to clubs because all of that's inside the music, but the spirit came from the beat first.
When you start hearing during December, when you start hearing that ching 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 ching,
Stop it! Stop it! Trying to witchcraft me.
You start hearing that. You start hearing that. You probably was pissed off. You probably had a whole bunch of different feelings. The second you start hearing that chinging sound, jingle bells, you start hearing that. Your brain, something happened. Think about it. Just think for a second. Just think. Why is it that you automatically change when you hear that sound? When you hear certain sound, that's because they're using sound to be able to get you to worship idols. This is the second week. Damn. I want y'all to think about it. This is the second week we're covering idolatry.
Right.
First it was the rage quitters, and then now it's coming on to this. Stop worshiping idols.
Right. Hey, and then what you saying? The tying it into Halloween too is the visuals complement the sound. Because you could play a song, you could have footsteps. Like for instance, I'll give you an example. Footsteps.
Yeah.
This room is well lit. This is not scary right now. But if you cut the lights off and you hear that, now
it's different.
I could whistle a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
With the lights on, he's just whistling.
Yes.
You cut the lights off, it's scary
It's
now.
totally different.
Who
It's different.
trained you to think like
I got a
this?
good one. All of us know this, and y'all, they trained you with this one too. And they made it was on Popular Show. They got this one. Watch, y'all gonna know this one. Watch this.
That's Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
That's neat.
Right? Y'all know. Hey,
they introduced that character. That whole
whole
whistle changed.
thing
You hear that whistle now?
changed.
You're like, now you associate with people getting their head busted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some boy about finna get hit with a bat.
Yeah, he about to have his whole eye bulging.
And you know how they change it?
Oh, thank you.
You know how they get us? Because a lot of kids I know when you was growing up, millennial, and I think the generation before that, they scared a lot of us with this very next one. Play number 10. Watch this.
Did y'all ever find that one with the Dark Knight?
I don't think they did.
They hit it. Ignore
See,
that.
y'all asking
Ignore
for
the
a
hell
lot.
out. Yeah, you asking for a lot. I have to click two things.
Hey, check this out. Watch this also. I got something for you. You're gonna like this.
They mess with y'all.
Watch this one.
We love y'all, brother.
I don't know where the Dark Knight was either, but it's all right. Go ahead. We gonna get it. Come on.
Y'all the greatest IT in Raleigh.
Good.
When you're a kid.
Nah, we love
Oh,
No,
you
hold
hear
on.
it?
Wait. Pause.
You gotta hear it.
You hear it?
Oh, the
Yeah. Listen.
suspense.
Listen.
What could be? Imagine they could play the Full House song right now. They could play the Family Matters song right now.
It'd be good.
It's totally different, right? It's a totally different movie. Come on.
Whoa. Yeah, you hear how the music was changing, and then the second when the music changes, look at what they show you. Missing. So they're placing a certain fear in you, but guess what it's gonna be about? Guess what? That's what it is. Human trafficking.
Human trafficking.
Right. But they made people early scared about this creature the spirit.
This is good.
The spirit behind the human trafficking, which is why they're scared of him. Now, go back just a tad. I want to see his face.
Some of y'all done left the room.
Now, right there.
Right, somebody can't take it.
As soon as you saw that, you was out the room. I got a
Or either they were like this.
I got a coworker. You can't put a clown in the chat, or she will leave the chat. People, I got somebody, my family, matter of fact, that might be watching this. That's got an irrational fear of doggone clowns.
And there's a reason for that.
Hey,
There's a reason.
This movie genre. It's not this one, but the old
the old one.
The old one was
got
the old one
mad
was
people
worse.
scared.
Right.
All praise
Yeah.
to the
It's
Most
worse.
High that I came into this truth. I have a confession.
Violin.
So clowns.
That
I used
also
to-
will manipulate people.
Clowns used to scare the
we
living
on it
shit
now.
out of me,
But you know
I'm
why?
good, bro. I'm a grown man. You understand me? I'm a
Hey.
man of God. That thing don't work no more. Realize I'm not looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
It's deep rooted.
Hey, you gotta cut the lights off on them.
Hey, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? But that fear, the portion behind why a lot of, because I noticed that with our generation, a lot of people are scared of that and grew scared of that. The music that they played behind going past that drain means that I'll never see my family again.
Yeah.
I'll never get my life back. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's underneath.
Things done changed.
Horribly killed and
Yeah,
tortured.
the question of why are there tunnels underneath where I'm walking and somebody's going to grab me there? But on top of that, the deceit behind it is there's a clown that's supposed to be happy. He's trying to take me away. I don't want to see that. So they put that inside, and that's the spirit.
Red balloons don't even have the same meaning.
Yes,
the red balloon popped up in
It's
I didn't know what
crossing
time it
the
was.
emotions.
No, no.
Clown's supposed
Wait.
to be happy.
I'm about to hit
It's
something.
crossing the emotions.
It's crossing the emotions. I'm about to hit you with something. Hey, hold that video. Give me the psychology behind color.
Bring it out.
Give me that. The psychology
Hey, if
behind
you
color.
never
And I
grew-
want red.
If you never grew up watching that stuff, you'd look down that sewer and be like, "Give me my boat, man."
What you doing out there?
Creepy behind.
But now you wouldn't stop by that drain.
Yeah, that
you
boat
see a
gone. That
drain
boat
like
done.
that, you not even going. As you drop your keys there.
I know
you gonna be
people
like,
who don't walk over the grates in the street. They don't
Right.
walk over them because it's like in their mind they can't.
Right.
They
I got,
can't.
I got
yeah.
another one. I got another one that we all familiar with. Watch. I'm about to mess y'all up. I got another one. You got me psychology of color? Come on. All right, now I want red. Look at this. Read that, Playa.
All right. The color red has many psychological associations, including
What?
Attention.
Read.
You want to read the
No,
names?
read emotions.
Emotions.
Read.
Red can evoke strong emotions.
Strong ones.
Such
Like
as
amygdala.
Amygdala, yeah.
That can cross the emotions, right? Go ahead.
such as passion,
Love.
love.
Go ahead.
Anger.
What's the next one?
Fear.
Fear.
And excitement.
Okay. Read.
It can also represent danger
Or
warnings
and
aggression.
go back to the video.
bruh.
Now watch this. Now they did that on purpose. They could have did any color balloon, but they chose a certain
They
color.
chose red.
Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta go back
it
to
was
when
in
the
car.
old lady.
Yeah, go back further. Right
I
there.
think it's gonna pop up more.
Yeah,
toward
right
the end of
there.
the
Play
trailer,
right now.
though.
Play.
It's so
It's just subtle.
It didn't even give your amygdala a chance to register an emotion. It just like all of them
No,
together.
it did because
No, it
the
did.
music. Because the music, it
That's
did.
it.
Yeah.
You was already primed.
Right, you
Yeah,
already
you know
ready.
it has something. It's something scary.
Yes.
This isn't a
It's
happy
not- 'cause
balloon.
What's up? Yeah, it ain't not a happy balloon. I know it ain't happy balloon. You got some intrigue mixed in there because you want to be scared because it's a thrill
Suspense,
ride.
yeah.
It's like, man, that's gonna be scary. Whatever that balloon
Yes.
means.
Anytime you
Some
put
people
a-
go on Google and be like, what does the red balloon mean?
Dopamine.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, and you know what? They did it quick enough because they don't want you to. They don't want the frontal lobe of your brain to think about it. They want your subconscious to be scared of it. That's what they wanted. So they place color in there.
Right.
We associate color with a lot of different things.
Yeah.
When you driving, you see green, you know that means go.
Go.
Right.
When you see yellow, you know you have to slow down. Or when you see red, you know that means stop.
Danger.
Otherwise, if you go past that red, what's gonna happen?
Danger.
Death, danger.
Death,
Right.
danger,
You
blood.
blood. You see that red balloon, and then the second after that, you see a smile
Yeah.
in the drain.
Yeah. Most
With a
of the
clown
accent-
face.
Most with a white face with red accents. A lot of red accents.
Bro, listen, man.
Go ahead, play on. I want to
Yeah,
suppress that thing.
Come on.
Hopefully, I don't
Let me tell you something heavy that you missed. Because I noticed that. Tell you something heavy that you missed. Oftentimes, when they try to scare you or put spirits inside you, they always place it as though it was historical.
Yes.
They always place it as though it was old. It's something old. That old serpent
Old
called
serpent. The
What- who-
devil.
The devil.
The devil.
That's it. that old serpent called the devil and Satan. They place it like it's old, and then say, "Hey, there's no escaping this. He's always been here."
Here's another subtlety.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Nefarious just popped in my head when you said that.
Yeah.
That's
another
show to go watch. Another show to go watch.
Damn, I'm possessed. Our other show.
Here's another subtlety of it too. Don't look in those old books. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look in those old books. That's what a lot of our stuff is.
Right.
Go ahead, play on. Now, hey, we have a special announcement, by the way, toward the end of it about number 2.
Oh, yes.
We have a special announcement afterwards. So go ahead. We nearing completion.
You got a lot of signals.
No, pause. Hold it real quick. Go back a little bit.
Yeah.
There's a point
We're going deep into y'all psyche right now. We're pulling the best of y'all's up, telling y'all what makes you tick.
Yes, that's the point of this. Because y'all worship these things and these idols and don't really understand the reason why is because Satan got inside your soul. He's playing on your brain. We're releasing you from that by showing you why he's doing it so you can dodge it.
And you're not learning this only for yourself. Think about all the trauma you endured as a child because you didn't know the inner workings of these movies.
Right.
We were really subjugated to these fears, the irrational fears, because we didn't know there was a behind the scenes.
Right.
We understand that was a guy in the makeup. We understand that special effects, like where all that blood come from. Oh, that's just red paint and whatnot. We understand that there's a whole suit with rubber and stuff.
Yeah.
We just thought somehow they got the monster on camera.
Right.
Oh my God, I ain't sleeping no more. I can't go by drains.
Right.
I don't like clowns. And you were like that for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah.
And look, it's another thing. I can't go by that abandoned house. It might be something scary in there.
Yes.
But I'm gonna tell you something that they want you to be aware and scared of that. Meanwhile, your enemy, they'll see that house. They're like, let's buy that, flip it, and now they got a nice house.
Right. Gentrified.
They want us to run from it. They're going to buy it.
Big mansions. Esau love a big mansion.
Yeah.
I bet Jake's scared to stay in something more than 3 bedrooms.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
rooms in his house.
No, 100%.
Spirit in one of them.
100%.
In my
3
area,
rooms.
there's a house going
Shining.
past Princeville. We always call it the haunted house. They used to do the little haunted thing right there.
Now, there are spirits
Bruh,
in
one in
houses.
every
Edomites bought it and flipped it. The house looks amazing now. But Jake, we was scared, bro. Terrified. I ain't even want to ride past that mug.
You wasn't going in the yard.
No, I ain't even want to ride past that mug.
I had one in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
Play on, watch. Look, because that's what they're showing. Come on. There's more. We got some good stuff for y'all this winter. I'm about to go there again.
They got you.
I'm about to go there again. You notice when it looked like a little kid running across the way, right? The hoodie that he had on was yellow.
Yeah.
Again, you have to notice little things like that because it'll slip past you.
Was that the kid that died earlier?
Yes,
Yeah.
Hey, you said the yellow. I think it's a raincoat.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
raincoat. That's what it was.
Yellow is supposed to bring on sorrow and. What do they say about when it rains? I don't feel like doing anything. All of that stuff is
Yeah,
so
Yellow makes me
Yellow makes me sad.
Yeah.
For
That-
years,
that's what it is.
raincoats have only been yellow.
Right,
It's a spirit they
There's a
put out
spirit
there.
behind
man.
it, so they let
Melancholy.
Witchcraft.
Because look at
Yes.
it.
Look at him.
The coat of the kid that died that got taken is in yellow, and they want you to see that. They was like this thing. So they want you to feel
And we
that.
Listen, we knew it was coming. I know y'all still felt it. You
Yeah,
still,
you did.
It's still there.
They paired it with the scream, the 808, and there's a little bit of something else in there. There's like a mixture of stuff. It's like this will work. It's a whole concoction. This gonna generate an emotion in millions of people. They shouldn't have that much power over
Right.
us.
Yeah, because with the lights on with no music, it's like who walked in my house with their damn shoes?
Yeah,
Right,
like,
right.
You know what?
There's somebody behind.
If you played the same thing,
It's a child too.
Right.
Why are we scared of children?
Yeah.
It's most movies. It's an Edomite child. We're terrified of Edomite children.
Oh wait. Also, hold on. I got something for you, bro.
Okay.
I got something for you. Hey, real quick. Matter of fact,
digress.
let's jump to 12. We done with this one. Let's jump to 12. Let's jump to 12.
Y'all come back in the room. Y'all come back in the room now.
Yeah, that's
Most
it.
y'all gone.
It's only two people in
ran.
IT.
President IT on under the table.
Open the door.
They got all the lights on back
I'm about to
there.
say, the light.
Light on back
IT
there.
room ain't dark right now. The lights on.
With flashlights and tabernacle lanterns.
Hey, give me number 12. Watch this. This is a special edition, so if it's a little longer than what you like, then good. I love it. Come on. Number 12. Now watch this. Now guess what? Guess what this one's about, guys? Amber Alerts.
Uh-oh.
Interesting. Why so many movies about the same thing? Okay, go ahead.
Make sure y'all donate to the Boost Club.
Yeah. You felt that? It was a certain...
That 808.
I got a live one here.
And child laughter.
Charlotte Bryce, 7 years old, yellow dress, white shoes, pink socks.
Yellow dress.
Abduction. Right in front of her mom.
This is Sergeant Casey requesting an Amber Alert, immediate dispatch.
So now, y'all feel that, right? It's an alert. It's a sound, right? It's a suspense.
Yep.
Because when that Amber Alert come to your phone, it's like, I'm gonna tell you, the first thing that comes to my mind every time I hear that ring of an Amber Alert, the first thing I think about is death.
Yeah.
I was like,
missiles.
yeah, it's like, no, they're not missing.
No,
they're
the missiles.
Yeah, I always look up.
Yeah, I think it's the missiles.
I look up too.
Yeah, I think of death straight up. Yeah, and they have this coming up here, and they want you to feel a certain. They're making a movie about this because enough people. By the way, this is the backstory. They're making this movie because they want more people to feel alarmed that people are missing, but it's not because of us. Some of theirs are coming missing now.
Right.
So they're making a movie about it.
That's why she was the hallmark.
Yes. Yeah. That's why the kid that they placed in there isn't us. Think about it. If you had fear, and then they put us inside of it, we will have a certain level of sympathy towards the fear that we feel. We'll try to combine one to another, help each other's psychology, and then heal. They always place the person who they make us think is God.
Right.
And so we have fear for their lives, not ours.
Hey, watch
They
this.
do that on purpose.
Hey, I did doing some research just yesterday, try to find some things for the show. 279,000 people go missing a year in America.
Wow.
You hear that number?
That's
More than a
$250,000.
quarter mil.
More than a $250,000.
That's wild, bro.
You ever looked at the map? A lot of that is on the East Coast.
Yeah.
If you look at the map of it, a lot of
I-95.
that is Western North Carolina that the Lord just messed up with all of that flooding and
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
A lot of that is them areas with them caves and mountains and stuff. That's where a
shoot,
lot of
over
the
there.
people
Yeah,
go
no,
missing
I was thinking
at.
about 95 because that's
Yeah, 95, yeah.
Between New York and
Yep.
Miami, and there's a lot of traffic.
So you could be out of the country in a day.
The Appalachian Mountains does have quite a few.
Right.
It's been known that the Appalachian Mountains is the gateway to a lot of missing persons, and they can't find.
They got a lot,
Right.
a lot of Uncle Daddies over there.
Yeah,
too.
Yep,
they have
Uncle
a lot
Daddy.
of Uncle Daddies over there.
Sacrificing. Hills have eyes.
They have this
people
very
have-
strange show that. Hey, give me number 16, by the way. They have this very strange show that Captain Yadin had put us on to on Clubhouse, and that is the weirdest thing. They have some white people up there in the mountains that only speak by barking.
Word?
I'm dead serious. Yeah.
You talking about them inbred ones? Them inbred
only
ones?
bark.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm dead serious.
Uncle Daddy.
The hills
only
have
bark.
eyes.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's funny to you up there in the dark.
Give me number 16.
With a bone in your
And
tie.
they barking.
He said with a bone in your tie.
Yeah, give me number 16, and we gonna well, I'm not gonna spoil it. Give me number 16. Watch this.
Normal white people behavior. I see
Yeah.
nothing scary there.
Yeah.
No, it's regular.
But now this is going. Yeah, that was a Bible, and
that's
they
regular.
ripped it out towards
What is that?
songs.
See this? That's taking the fear from the Lord.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm pulling out. It's going to the kid point that you was about to bring out earlier.
Yeah.
So, but look at what she does with it. Go ahead.
I mean, it's what white people always do with the Bible. Just-
They really do. Quick.
Oh, hell no.
He's saying some of your kids act like this right now.
That's right. Some of your
Hey.
children act like this
Yeah.
right now.
And you know what?
I want some cereal.
Scared to deal with it.
You know what I realized? They let their kids get this big and they think, hey, time out, Timmy. No,
beat
you better
you.
whip their ass.
Right.
Hey, I guarantee you, look, she
On the
acting up right
side.
now.
A belt would have put that demon right back in there.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, they be acting. God said that.
Right.
Look,
I said that.
You think, oh well, she's getting bad. I can't really, and they want to do it. They want to go get a priest. No, go get your belt. I guarantee you, like,
Have you
okay.
tried whooping his ass?
Right.
Yeah. How about?
Boondocks said he
Boondocks,
tried
have
whooping
you tried
it. He
whooping
said,
his ass?
Here.
Bro, it says that in
Exercise the
Proverbs
demons.
22. Get it. It says, yeah, let's get it. Proverbs 22. It said that's how you cast the damn spirit out of them evil
Y'all got a
children.
priest and water. Have you tried whooping his ass? Proverbs 22, verse 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him.
So how do you exorcise a demon out of a child? The rod of correction. That's thus saith the Lord.
Yeah, don't put the costume on him. Don't celebrate Halloween.
Come on,
whip
man.
his ass.
Whoop
Go
his
ahead.
ass.
Leave him over there in the corner to plot on how he gonna stab you tonight. No,
Right, that's
hell,
what eat
beat
my
some
demons.
fear into him.
Give me number 13. Give me number 13. That's what I want. That's all I
Hey,
want.
but some of the people in this organization, kids may be acting like
Yes,
that,
they
and it's
are.
because you let the media raise your children.
That's it.
You sit them in front of a tablet or a TV, and them spirits get to playing with that amygdala.
Yeah.
and they don't know how to handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You guys are good.
Yeah.
Y'all pick up those words pretty fast.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get it till I
Hey,
watch
now
it.
I'm gonna tell you one. Now this is one. Now I'm gonna tell you to an adult level. The one I'm about to bring out. Now watch this, y'all. Yo, what was?
I don't know what that was.
Hey man, hey, Officer M9 is a guest, by the way.
No, pause.
He's a guest.
He said.
What tribe is he from?
I'll tell the brothers to get ready. I'm telling the brothers to get ready. He said, but check it. This is So this one right here, right? Brothers currently, and Bishop been bringing out classes about this. We have to currently, and me and Officer Minahan and our team here, we're currently working to get adults past this fear. This fear right here. Yeah, this one right here is wonderful. They have another show called Invasion I plan on doing on a separate class outside of AOG. But watch this. Go ahead.
Was it standing in front of the leadership table and taking accountability? Is that what you're talking about?
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Shots fired.
It's something
Shots
else.
fired.
Oh, okay. It's something else.
Yeah?
Good brothers will miss the Sabbath.
No, that was savagery. Go ahead. That was savagery. Watch this one. This is called The Stand.
This is an older movie, right?
Nah, this is new. This is on Apple TV. This is on Paramount.
It's on Paramount?
Yeah. So look, pause. Notice. This is something that adults, we have to work on. Myself, you see, Officer Rayuel, Officer Minahan, leadership. We work on building brothers up and families up so that way they can get right for the times to come.
Yeah.
And this right here is this scares a lot of adults. A collapse of civilization.
Right.
This is a fear that they place in there. This is a fear that they place inside of you. And if you allow that fear to stay, the God you worship ain't going to be Halloween. It ain't going to be that. It's going to be the fear of the white man. What he can do to you and not God. God said, don't fear the people who can destroy the flesh, but rather fear him that can destroy the spirit.
Right.
That's what he says.
And to be without order. That reminds me of Leave the World Behind. Is the name of the movie?
Yep.
With the black family.
Civil War.
Civil War. You have to kind of join together, and that's the fear. It's like, who do I get with?
Right.
Because you're not with nobody, you individualite.
Right.
You just on Facebook only, on YouTube only in the comments. That's where you live. What I'm going to do when they all fall apart.
Yep.
You're going to be by your damn self living in this movie.
Greenland was a good one. She got in the
Greenland
car with them people, and he ended up dragging her out and leaving her and taking her child just to save himself.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you, just to try to save himself, rather. You don't know who these people is.
And we have to get right for this, and a lot of adults are scared of this one. It might not be the other stuff we said earlier. It played on you when you was younger, but this stuff right here, because you're unprepared, you're gonna find yourself scared about what's gonna happen with society, especially now you digital folk. Right. But go ahead, play on.
I see miscegenation.
I'm scared.
Me too.
I did take miscegenation.
Where will we go?
Well, let's ignore that for a quick second. Now, notice Stephen King did this one too.
Zone. It's too
he crazy.
Which one of you is Larry Underwood?
Hey, Superman.
Now, pause. Whoa.
That's Superman.
That wasn't Kevin. That wasn't.
That was Smallville Superman.
Oh, Smallville.
That was Discount Superman.
Oh, the soft one.
That was Timmy.
That was Discount.
That was Timmy Superman.
They were all soft.
That was Wish.
Yeah, that was Wish Superman.
Snap.
Hey,
that nigga put on a suit one time. I'm sorry, I just have a grudge.
To be Superman.
Now, if you're watching this, bro, I doubt that you will be watching this, but if you are, then we meant it. So look, so check it. Notice he has his bug out material on top of his car. So they're running.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Right? They're running. And he has it exposed. It's not like it's in one container. He's all of it exposed to let the people know that he's coming.
Rob me.
Go ahead.
Rob me.
You know who I am? How do you think? Mother Abigail?
All I know is that we dreamed of her and she was real.
She brought us all together. Keep us safe.
Okay.
In these uncertain times.
All right.
I am in the way of knowing things. I know you feel him.
Calls himself the Dark Man.
So
Here's Whoopi Goldberg.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Whoopi Goldberg. Of course.
I think is she in witchcraft?
She's a lesbian.
Close enough.
Close enough. Yeah. He said she's a lesbian.
He is Wolf.
Mother Abigail told us
remember you in the spirit. He just said, "Hey, play on." He said, yeah. Right. Go ahead.
Oh, I take it back. That's not Superman. That's Cyclops.
Oh, it is.
Fault.
Oh, he was so emotional.
She's a lesbian.
Gee. He's the worst Cyclops. I'm sorry.
there are two sides. There's a good, and then there's a deep well of darkness.
All right, pause.
Bruh.
Wait. Now, look, check it.
Bro, y'all just...
No, look, watch. I did that on purpose. Watch this.
Go ahead.
Notice another thing that they love to put inside of horror movies. They always like to put some sexual content.
Yeah.
Remember, the way how they can get you those endorphins to get raised is if it mimics that same kind of excitement that sex does.
Yeah.
They have to get that raised in you so that way when they place fear in you, They don't want you. They want you to worship something that's not God. It doesn't matter how they get you to do it.
Right.
They need to place that excitement in you so you can worship something opposite and not God. All it is, none of it, what we're doing is none of this. No movie, no series, no music, no none of it is meant for your entertainment.
Right. No.
It's meant to turn you from God. And some of this goes right back to some very basic things like worship Halloween. Do Christmas, Easter, Independence Day. God knows
Love
why
white
you do
women.
that. Love white women.
I mean, matter of fact, let me ease my. What color is that? Edomites.
She's red.
They're red with blonde hair. That's Edomites.
You know what? That's fine. I didn't even notice
That's
that, but that's true.
easily distinguishable.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
And you know it's not a black woman. It's red.
Hey,
It's
I got another good one for you. And this is gonna be the last one before we tie, and then we're gonna give our closing statements. Go to number 14. Everybody know this one. Watch this. If you used to watch this, you gonna know. Watch. Give me number 14. Watch this, and then after that, we're gonna go to 17. Go ahead.
I'm gonna judge you.
So look, check this out. This is from the first one, Palaya.
You should have the fear like this though. That hey, if I'm sinning, if I'm in the midst of sin,
what Palaya say that? Pause for a second.
You
Let
should
Palaya say
have
that.
this type of fear like this, like we talked about with the last scary movies we did in the last episode. You should have this type of fear toward God, where if I'm in the midst of sin, these things can happen to me at any moment.
Yep.
I'm rolling the dice with Deuteronomy 28 for what He's going to do to me. You should have that.
Can we get that real quick?
Yeah.
119 and 120 Psalms.
Yeah, let's get that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And somebody else get Proverbs 8:13.
There we go.
Yes, sir. The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 120. I apologize. Verse 120.
Verse 120.
My flesh trembleth for fear of thee.
That's that same fear some of y'all feel driving behind them log trucks because y'all seen the movie, y'all afraid. It said, King David said, my flesh trembleth. He's shaking, afraid of the Most High. But why? Read.
And I am afraid of thy judgments.
That's what you're supposed to fear from the Lord. The judgments, the knowledge that judgment is going to come for you doing wrong and going against the scriptures.
Right.
Ain't nobody supposed to be scared of walking over no manhole because it's a clown underneath it.
Right
You know what I'm saying?
truck.
Nah, you're supposed to be afraid if you just committed adultery and you driving home from her house and you get in an accident.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to fear. You know, you broke the laws of the Lord. You know?
That's right. Get that Proverbs real quick.
With your feet fetishes.
Oh my God, what's your foot fetish?
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13.
Read.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
If you scared, you're going to hate evil. Like if you were scared of that movie clip we just showed, you're going to drive safely. You're not going to be on a motorcycle flying down a wet highway.
Right.
So then if you're scared of God's judgments, which are worse, more devious than that, you're not going to sin. You're not going to learn evil. You're not going to practice Halloween. You're not going to break God's Sabbath. Read.
Pride and arrogancy and the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate.
Go Sirach 21. God hate all that thing. So the fear of the Lord is to hate the evil that God hate. Read Sirach 21 and 1 and verse 2.
Sirach chapter 21 and verse 1.
Come on.
My son, hast thou sinned? Do so no more.
God said, you sin? Well, we all sin. We hear that all the time at camp. Okay, you sin. Guess what God said? What did God say about it?
Do so no more.
That's the difference between us and the church. You sin, don't sin no more. Read.
But ask pardon for thy former sins.
Repent. Read.
Flee from sin.
Then don't sin no more. Run from sin.
As from the face of a serpent.
Like it's something scary. Like it's something terrifying. Run from sin like it's scary. Read.
For if thou comest too near it, it will bite thee.
It'll kill you. Read.
And the teeth thereof are as the teeth of a lion.
Picture a snake with lion's teeth. That's what you're supposed to see. That's scary. With a clown face. Snake clowns.
Fangs.
Snake clowns with lion fangs. Picture that chasing you down the street if you sin. Then you'll stop. Read.
Slaying the souls of men.
He said snake clowns with lion teeth use their pre-programmed fear to make you afraid of sin.
That's all all the way up.
Snake clowns with lion teeth and bear breath.
Bear breath. Horse hiccups.
Shout out to Officer. Shout out to Officer.
That's heavy, officer.
Real
because go ahead.
You know, well, if I can, real quick, I want to.
Yeah.
So, say real quick. Go to Go to number 15.
Oh my God, they pulled it up.
Then we're gonna close it down.
They pulled up an image of a snake clown with a lion.
Yo, they found it.
That's it.
You
That's
can't see it there from snake clown.
Bro, put it back up there. I thought you made that up, officer.
That's it.
That's what Judd Nickledies look like.
There it is.
Bro.
Fly down a wet highway straight toward that.
What the hell?
He looked like he finna do all sorts of stuff.
So yeah, that's chasing you if you sin. That's coming in your bedroom. That's under the covers if you
If those
sin.
claws get in you, you done.
Hey, that thing quick too. You know it's quick.
You know it looks fast, don't it?
That's the fiery serpents. Y'all better stay in the spirit.
Stay in the
Hey,
spirit.
some brothers that don't cut their hair look like that. Hey, go ahead.
Some of them sisters in the world under their lace fronts look like that.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a red hair too.
Yeah, some sisters that don't. No, you know what? Number 15.
Number 15.
Doesn't look like with no
Hey, come on,
wig on.
let's go ahead and wrap it up. Number 15. I got some.
I see you on point for that when they found it.
I got some
Good
announcements for
God.
y'all. I got some good stuff because I know y'all have a time. Usually winter people lock in and whatnot. So we got some real good stuff for y'all. And that's not even a half of it that I'm going to show you. But let's finish this out. Come on, give me this one real quick. Play. I've thoroughly enjoyed this show. This is why people are scared of flying.
You should be scared of flying in the midst of sin.
And that's the point. That poet, what Pelias saying, that's emphasized. You in sin, that might happen to you. You might call a lot of people to die.
It was awakening.
Hey, matter of fact, the scriptures say your face will be as flames.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, just keep playing. Look at that.
Yeah.
What happened to
You can just drop fucking dead.
You in the midst of sin, you should be scared of crossing the street. You in the midst of sin, you have an accident. You in the midst of sin, random things could kill you.
That was effective.
Hey, put you in picture. Put us next to each other. Now go ahead. There we go.
It started. That's two.
That was the first one. Now here's the second.
You in the midst of sin?
Saw that one. Hey, that's brutal right there. That's a quick one. That's also quick.
You know that was God. A water bottle slid under your brake pedal?
That's all God. There's no way. There's no way. There's
You in the
no
midst
way.
of sin.
You know that's Wisdom of Solomon, right?
I always thought she was ugly.
I think it's Wisdom of Solomon where the Lord showed them how they're gonna die and then it happened.
Yep.
Okay. That's gonna be cut out the final.
And there you have it.
And Pop-Tart.
You in the midst of sin?
And Pop-Tart.
Hey, that is.
You in the midst of sin? You in the midst of sin?
Hey, call this segment You in the Midst of Sin.
You in the midst of sin?
Off with your body.
Yo.
You in the midst of sin?
I remember that one. Maybe I don't remember that one.
Yeah, if you in sin, this can
I
happen.
remember this.
You in the
That
midst
way I
of
be
sin?
messed up. I don't use propane tanks to this day.
This what
You
we
in the midst
warning
of
y'all
sin.
from. We see this in y'all future. This what we warn you from when we tell you
this
don't
one right
sin.
here. Look at that.
You in the midst of sin?
That would mess me
You go
up.
to a carnival in Raleigh?
You at the state fair right now?
Right. On the Sabbath day?
On the
You at the
Saturday.
state fair on the Sabbath?
You hang out with the boys on the Sabbath day. You in the midst of sin? You in the midst of sin?
You just got cooked in a tanning bed.
You in the midst of sin?
Wow.
I think about that one all the time.
In the midst of sin? In the midst of sin? In the midst of sin? In the midst of sin?
It's a horrible
And
way
none
to
of this
die.
is far-fetched. This stuff happens every day.
Right.
I don't think
This happens every day. These are real
now pause
stuff
it.
happens.
Now pause it. You just made me think about something.
Ain't none of that staying up on the video.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. None of it might be stand up. But you know what? I like it. Hey, no, because we're talking over the audio.
It was so quick too. It's like jumping scenes.
Yeah, and it's jumping. So it's and plus it's on YouTube.
You know how we work.
It's not on our YouTube.
Yeah, it's not on our YouTube. Yeah. Anyways, hey, don't come for us.
Amalek.
So, anyways,
Let's hit a conclusion of the whole
hit a
matter.
conclusion right here. So, give me that scripture, matter of fact, and then we're gonna give an announcement. We probably should start doing this announcements for our up and coming.
Yes, sir. I got you.
So I hope y'all learned something from all that. It's a lot to say. Protect your spirits. Be mindful of your amygdala.
Protect your amygdala.
It sounds like something that's in your privates, right? Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Don't fear the spirit they put on you. Fear God and keep his commandments. Fear God and keep his commandments.
Right.
Give me a precept real quick. 1 John 4.
Hey, finish that out first.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, there is more.
Yeah, all the way to 14.
For this is the whole duty of man.
That is. Come on.
For God shall bring every work into judgment.
He'll bring everything you've done to the day of judgment.
Right.
And you don't want to be killed for the things that he saw you do that you could have repented for. Read.
With every secret thing.
With every secret thing. You ain't hiding nothing.
Right.
Nothing. I don't even want the precept no more. That's good enough right now.
Finish it out.
Come on.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Watch your spirit, watch your soul.
Right.
Fire stuff. That was a fire show. Hey, real quick announcements. Go to the photos I had gave you. Hey, look, by the way, boom. Donate. We got big things we got to do. Big things we got to do. Donate.
I used to be able to point it. I feel like it got further away.
Yes. Give me 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 photos.
Yeah.
Give me my photos real quick. These are shows that's coming up. So we meant to do this a long time ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Never did it, but they have things about that. So they have Dune Prophecy. Be expecting that. We're coming out with some more good stuff.
3 Doom movies, basically. Then.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be the show. There's 2 movies and that's the show.
I got you.
But we're going to do it similar how we did Silo, where we broke down the meaning that they had within the book and what they showed the visuals. And then mix it with what they have in society. So there's some good stuff there because it's talking about Jerusalem. It's talking about Jerusalem and the kingdom. Go ahead. Y'all know what time it is.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Y'all know what time it is. If y'all didn't see our show, before we drop that one, that's coming soon. If y'all didn't see our show,
Damn, I'm Possessed.
that's it.
This is part 2 coming
That's part
out.
2. Damn, I'm Possessed part 2. So we're gonna have that one coming out. That was a good show we did right there. Damn, I'm Possessed before the next one comes out. Next image. That one.
Woo, that's my joke.
That's gonna be a good one right there. So now, this one, believe it or not, is tailored towards you women who are unprepared for these days that's coming.
Right.
That's what this one is right here. This is prepared for you sisters who are not prepared, don't have no skills to help your Lord when times get bad. That's what that one's about. So you have to go. So we're gonna get into that one. That's gonna be a real good one. And for the month of November, come on.
I don't even know how to set up the tabernacle.
We're gonna go through Gadite history. And give you the inner workings. Your son is playing on the keyboards, I can tell, because he did all of those sound bites.
Yeah.
And he's also Gad. We're going to go through with Gadite history, give you the real meaning behind what they try to show you on there, because there's a lot of history they toss in your face, and I guarantee you don't know it.
If people don't realize that's Native American, Hispanic history, they crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, that thing is blatant.
So the next time we have this, the next time we're going to be on the show.
Like colonialism.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
Changing in $5 Indians, all that stuff.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, and we have another one I didn't put up there. Loopers.
Looper.
We're going to go through that one also.
Yeah,
Looper.
Bruce Willis and the other guy.
Yes.
Very good movie.
So we have a lot of good stuff coming. Y'all just stay tuned, subscribe, share, let people know about our show so that way they can go ahead, tune in, WGAI. We appreciate y'all time. We appreciate y'all efforts. We appreciate y'all subscriing.
Shout out to the IT team.
Shout out to the IT team.
Turn the lights on, IT. Turn the lights on.
You got the other kid that I had that time.
Oh, you talking about Officer of Aiden?
Officer of
Aiden.
Yeah, there you is.
I think I call him number
Got
2.
down the water back
Then we
there.
got what we got? Get out Jesus back there.
Heidi.
We got Hareem. We got Hera.
Abdul Jabbar.
Yeah.
Hey, Sloan, hey, I'm Officer Ray Will.
Officer Abraham.
Officer Menahem.
You the only other fit. Go ahead.
Officer Ibnaya.
Yeah.
Officer Polaya.
Officer Yarakab.
And this has been the
Oh my God, radio show.
Donate. Be afraid. Donate now.
Click it.
Be afraid.
Click it.
Click it.
Yeah. sound good, so they all vibe to it. Scriptures coming out and they all slide to it. Ever seen the sun in the nighttime? Music sound good, so they all vibe to it. Bullets start hitting and they all die to it. Meddle in your sins and you might die. Yeah, look. When I put on my fringes, I lost all my friends. Not trying to be different, just trying to make a difference. They hopped in the Benz while I did my father's business. I'm keeping the distance, but I'm still going the distance. I'm all in the scriptures, then they still popping prescriptions. Nah. They call it a Saturday, I call it a Sabbath day. They call it a holiday, I call it a holy.